Hi everyone and welcome to Sarah's Flower Classes. Today we're going to do a door wreath for autumn. We're actually going to use fresh flowers and oasis. So we begin with our ring. We've got a block of oasis that I've pre-soaked, so obviously yours will come unsoaked, so just let it sink down naturally into a bowl of water until it's all covered. And then we're going to cut it in half and use those two sections to go in our wreath. So we're going to pop it in, flatten it down, and that side. Then we're going to anchor them into place using a piece of ribbon. So we're just going to tie on the top and then knot it. Okay, and then just cut off the little tails. And again with this one. So quite tight so it doesn't move. Okay, and then we're going to take off the trails. So the next part of it is to green it up, but I'll show you what we're using first. So we've got leather leaf, we've got spray carnations, we've got a rose that's called High and Magic, which is very pretty. We've got some orange conifer and some orange ruscus and solidago. We're also using lotus heads and mini pumpkins. Okay, so we'll get started. We're just going to use a small amount of the leather leaf just around the base of our oasis, just to cover it really. So we're going to cut this into smaller bits. And starting right at the very base of the oasis, just above where your wreath starts, we're just going to pop this all the way around. Okay, and then a little bit in the sides. So just covering up the plastic bit there. Okay, just use one more bit there. Some of the leather leaf comes and it's massive, and then other bits are quite spindly, so we'll use the two bits this time. So that just covers up our plastic bowl. Alright, I'm just going to bring a bit up onto the side. Oop, that's come out the other side. There we go. Okay, our next bit will be the orange conifer tree, which is a bit strange I suppose, but quite funky for autumn, nice colour. So we're going to use this quite short, keep a couple of bits longer so that we can use it up to here and here. There, we can cut that one off there, and that gives us a nice length, and then that one there. Okay, so again, right at the base of the oasis, just above the wreath, we're going to bring that through. And we're going to bring that through this side. And a bit through to that side. We'll cut this bit in half. Don't need it quite that long. So it just gives us a nice orange colour running through the arrangement and against the dark green of the leather leaf as well. We're going to bring it up onto the top. And again, when you're putting it in, clear the bottom part of the stem so it's nice and clean, and then you won't be getting lots of holes in the oasis. So just on the top. And then into the side, so we've got that nice mix of the orange. Just a few little bits left, so I might as well use those. Okay, and then we've got the orange ruscus. So obviously this did start as green, and they dyed it. They dip dye the foliages, so it's quite nice big leafed. So we can use 2s, 3s, and obviously clusters of 1s as well. And we're just going to use this on the top like that. Use a single leaf at the side, and it's just a different shape, a different texture of the foliage. And it just creates a bit of interest in the arrangement. And it'll probably dye your fingers orange by the end of the session. So there we go. Popping that in there. That's just covering up our oasis. Again. And just into the centre. Lovely. So we've got 3 stems of this to use. That should be enough to cover our mechanics. I'm just popping that in. It just makes a good backdrop ready for our flowers. Okay, I'll bring that one up here, I think. So that's a nice mix of the foliage. We're going to go in next with our lotus heads, and we've got to do a bit of wiring for these. So we've got some quite thick wires. We're going to cut them in half, and we're going to go through the base till it comes out the other side. Bend it down gently so it doesn't come out, and then we're just going to twist the big leg around the little leg, and that just keeps us in place nice and sturdy. And we've got one going in there at the top, quite low down, because obviously when it's on your door you've got that depth. Okay, so we'll just wire the last of our lotus heads. So through, bring it down, and then twist big leg round the little leg. That just keeps it in place. I'm going to use this right at the underside of the wreath, and then the other one is going to go on the top part of the wreath. That gives us a nice mix of the lotus heads. So next we've got some pumpkins, and we're going to use 2 pumpkins. Oops. I'm going to pop the wire through. There should be like a softer section, so just pop it through there. And that's going to go into the top of our wreath. And then again, find a softer section straight through. If it comes out the other side, just push it back in, and that's fine. And straight through our wreath there. If it does come out the other end, the wire, you can just bend the wire back up, like that one has. So we're just going to pop that through. Okay, so that's our little pumpkins and our lotus heads in. So we're going to go in next with our nice roses. So as I say, these are called High and Magic. I'm just going to take the storm petals off just to tidy them up. When they open, they get quite pale in the centre, so it's a nice rose to use. We've got 3 of these, so these are going to be our focal flowers. So we're going to put them in as a triangle. So 1, and again tidy them up. Just move the leaf out of the way so I can see. And 1 in there. So we're cutting them to about 2 inches. And that just means that they'll go an inch into the oasis, and then they'll stand above it about an inch, which is what we wanted. Okay, so that's the 3 roses that have gone in. We've got the nice spray carnations. I thought with autumn coming round the corner, on Christmas we like to use the reds and the oranges and things, so I thought that'd be a nice mix. I was thinking as well, obviously when you do these it'll be the beginning of October, and for Halloween at the end of October you could add some cobwebs and some spiders and make it a Halloween wreath. So that would be good to see what you come up with. So we're just going to use these quite long and just following our foliage, just bringing that nice red colour as far up as we can. And then these as well, cut a bit off that one. Okay, and then round the base, bringing it up onto the centre. That's it. So we don't want to go any higher than that really, else it'll protrude off our door too much. And there we go, into there, and then bringing that red colour down to there. That's it, so we're getting a nice shape now, a bit of a crescent shape. And then that one there. Okay, so that's our nice red carnations in. So we're getting there with our nice autumn wreath. We've got some solid aster now that we're going to use. So we're going to use this individually stemmed, so we can just cut off all the little stems, because we need this quite short, so that'll be fine. It'll be a nice burst of yellow through. So I should just leave that one as long, and I can use that at the top side of the arrangement. So that just gives us a nice point. Okay, and again, clear off the bottom part of the stem so that you've got a nice clear entry into the oasis. On that side, and get a bit shorter as well. And we're going to like recess it down so that, as I say, that your eye travels into the arrangement as well. You just want a nice mix of this yellow through. And then bring into the side. And we can get away with putting that into half. Goes quite a long way, the solid aster. It's a good filler flower to use. This is called Cars and Glory, this variety. It's one of the better ones to use. Okay, so we're going to go just a few more and then bring them into the centre where our lotus heads are, just to give us that nice yellow colour. Lovely. Right, so that's all our solid aster in. I'll pop that there. Nice mix through. I've also got a little pumpkin to go into the centre where our lotus heads are. So again, straight into the pumpkin, and then that's just going to sit nicely just there. It should bring both of the top part and the bottom part together. So that's our autumn door wreath. Now obviously we need to hang it, so we're going to put a handle on it now. So you can see there's a bit of water coming out, so just make sure you do it on a tea towel or a tray. So we've got a bit of ribbon that we're going to use, and quite a heavy gauge wire. I'm going to fold the ribbon, scrunch the end. We're going to make a big leg and a little leg with our wire. Place the ribbon onto there. Then we're going to take the big leg around the ribbon and the wire as tight as we can. Okay, so that's going to form our handle. And then find the balance of it. We're going to put the wire through, all the way through as far as we can, and pull it from down below because we want to cover that wire up really, and then bring the wire back up. And we've got that piece, we're going to wrap that round where we wired, and that's our autumn wreath ready for your front door. Oh, I've lost a pumpkin. Let's pop that back on. There we go. So you don't always get it right first time. That's your autumn wreath. I hope you enjoy doing that. Again, send me your photos so I can have a look, and I will see you next time on Sarah's Flower Classes. Thank you.